The Switch finally has Bluetooth audio support. Took 4 years, it's not perfect, but I've got all the details along with a few other things you should know, so let's dig in. Welcome to It Came From a Box. I'm Sergio AM, and yes, I'm on camera, which I've been avoiding because it's difficult to set up and I'm very shy. But anyways, on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, out of nowhere, Nintendo dropped this tweet. Considering that most of the Switch updates are for stability, this was very unexpected, so much so that it even caused Bluetooth to start trending on Twitter. But yeah, it took 4 years, and I guess it makes sense considering the OLED model is just around the corner. So we now have Bluetooth audio support for every Switch console, be it the original, Lite, and the upcoming OLED, but Bluetooth microphones are not supported, so no comms for multiplayer, which is a bummer. Over on the support page, up to 2 wireless controllers can connect to a Nintendo Switch system while using Bluetooth audio. You will not be able to pair additional wireless controllers until you disconnect the Bluetooth audio device. Now, to clarify a few things, with a Bluetooth audio device connected, you can then connect 2 additional gamepads or 2 Joy-Cons, be it together as one or used on their own. Doesn't matter because each has to communicate to the Switch via Bluetooth individually, so they count as 2. But for those who don't know, when they're attached to the Switch, they're not connected via Bluetooth. So technically, with a Bluetooth audio device in handheld mode, you can then use the Joy-Cons attached along with 2 other wireless controllers via Bluetooth. I don't see this being a very popular use case, but just know you can. Next, Bluetooth audio will disconnect during local communication, such as when starting a local wireless multiplayer game. So in games like Mario Kart Live Circuit that connects to that cart, or in Pokemon Sword and Shield that uses Wi-Com, Bluetooth audio won't work. Makes sense for Live Circuit because you need to connect to that cart, but in Pokemon you can bypass local communication by going into your settings, enable airplane mode, which disables all the radios, and then just enable Bluetooth audio and you're good to go. A few notes they have on here, you can store up to 10 devices but only use one at a time. And they also make it very clear that you may experience audio latency depending on your Bluetooth device. The Switch utilizes the SBC Bluetooth Codec, which is a bit dated, and that means even if your devices support something like the low latency aptX codec, it won't make any use of it. So yes, you're gonna experience audio delay, and we found that it was a bit more noticeable in docked mode, as well as with multiple Bluetooth devices connected, such as those 2 additional controllers that I'm guessing bogged down the signal. We tested it with a handful of devices, and in handheld mode, it's the type of lag that if you look for it, you will notice, but most people may not pick up on unless it's a game that specifically relies on audio, such as Cadence of Hyrule, where you play to the beat of the music. At first, I was missing a lot of beats because of that lag, but eventually I somehow did adapt to the delay. Regardless, in a case like that, I'd suggest you stick to a pair of wired headphones instead. Looking at the Bluetooth options, they're all the way towards the bottom of the settings page. In here, you can pair your devices, and afterwards they'll be listed as saved devices at the top with a check mark on the one which is currently connected. Finally, in each device, you have the option to connect or disconnect it and remove it from the list. After using it for the week, here's a few notes. If your devices are paired and on the list, once turned on, they should auto-connect, but sometimes our earbuds wouldn't, so in that case, you gotta go to settings, find it on the list, and connect manually. Not sure if that's on the Switch or on the devices themselves, but yeah. Then, on all the devices we tested, touch controls for volume did not work, so we had to use the rocker or quick menu for that. Now, it works in every mode, including TV mode, but as I said earlier, it felt like there was more delay when docked. Also, some people reported issues with loud volume on their headphones, so one way to avoid that is in Settings, System, and you want to turn on this lower max headphone volume option to save your ears. Finally, with this update, yeah, it seems Nintendo stomped out an entire category of Switch accessories, but I will say these adapters still have a few advantages over what the Switch offers. Taking a look at GENKI's alone, it supports 2 simultaneous connections. It utilizes the aptX codec that, with a compatible audio device, will give you little to no noticeable delay. And using it removes the Switch's Bluetooth limitations, so if for some reason you feel like using up to 2 Bluetooth audio devices with 8 Joy-Cons in something like Smash Brothers, yeah, you can do that, but it's a little odd. So let me know how you feel about this long-awaited quality of life update down in the comments below, along with what other things like this you'd like to see Nintendo tackle. Up next, we've got the budget series. We're starting at $50 for what we consider to be a great kit to upgrade your Switch, and we also have a ton of content planned for the OLED model releasing very soon. And yeah, thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. You're why we do what we do. Once again, I'm Sergio IM, finally on camera, and I'll see you for the next box.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to help us out, you can do so by clicking that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, why not subscribe for more content? It's free. We also love to hear you out, so please leave a comment down below or talk with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Sergio IM, and I'll see you for the next box.